Welcome back to the workshop. We want to continue taking a look at section 1.3, a knapsack problem. In the previous video, we came up with a collection of items, just 4 items to pack in our knapsack, in our backpack rather, for hiking in the Red River Gorge. And we found that it had a total weight of 30 pounds, which is the maximum weight that we could handle, that we feel comfortable carrying, let's say. And it had a total usefulness of 27, right? Each of the items had a usefulness rating. We added all of those up and we got a total usefulness of 27. And we want to say, well, can we do better than that? And I'd like to think that we can. So let's take a look at another example where rather than simply taking the given list and adding things in as we move down the list, let's reorder the list, and let's reorder it so that way we are including the most useful items first, and then following down to the least useful items. And then we'll take the same approach. First item, do we include it? Yes, no. Second item, yes, no, and so on. So here, the list has been reordered, so the most useful things have been placed first. Let's see here. And if I did it correctly, yep, okay, excellent. Then I believe we should have that it is the most useful items here, and then descending, and then also ordered a second time, or a secondary ordering. So here's 3 things that weigh, or sorry, 3 things that are rated 8 for usefulness, but the lightest thing is given first and the heaviest thing is given last. Okay, so it's also it's ordered highest to lowest usefulness and then least to highest weight. That will help us pack things in as fast as we can. So food, most important thing that we have to pack, has a weight of 11.5 pounds. Can we pack it? Of course we can. We don't have anything in there yet. So we get 11.5 pounds. All right, next is cooking supplies. That only weighs 3 pounds. If we add 3 pounds, will we be above 30? Of course not. So we can add that, 14.5 pounds. So yes, yes. All right, next is a change of clothes. That can be very important, especially if it rains. So a change of clothes, do we include it? Well, it weighs 4.5 pounds. If we add that, will we be over 30? Nope, we won't be. So 4.5 plus 4.5 is 9. So that gives us 19 pounds. All right, what about water? Water is next. Let's see here, add 9 pounds. Can we do that? Yeah, we can. 19 plus 9 is going to give us 28. So we included the change of clothes, we include the water. Now, if I were to add the sleeping bag, no, that's not going to work out for us. We're not going to bring the sleeping bag. No. So I'm going to put next there. And our total weight is still at 28. What about the phone? Can I add that? Yeah, yes, I can. If I add the phone, that's going to bring us to 28.5 pounds. Yeah, let's see here. Yep, okay. So 19, 28, 28.5, we include the phone. Tent would put us over, so we're not going to include that. If we include the raincoat, that would put us right at 30. So 28.5, because we skipped over the tent. The raincoat would put us right at 30 pounds, which means we can't add anything else. So no, 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 30, 30, 30, 30. So packing items. Let's see, we included 2, 8, 5, 4. And then 6 and 1. We have a total weight of 30 pounds and a total usefulness of, so we want the 9, 8, 8, 8, 6, and 5. So 9 plus 8 plus 8 plus 8 plus 6 plus 5 is, all right, well, 8 plus 8 plus 8 is going to give us 24. 24 plus 6 is 30. 30 plus 9 is 39. 39 plus 5 is 44. So the total usefulness is 44. That's much better than the 27, right? Much better than the 27 pounds, or the 27 usefulness that we found in our last example. So we're going to consider one more way of choosing items to pack, and hopefully it will be even better. And what we are going to do is we're going to first calculate the usefulness to weight ratio. Okay, so calculate the usefulness to weight ratio. Let's see here. I believe that's the correct order here. Usefulness to pounds. Yes, excellent. So what we're going to do is we're going to take the usefulness, 5, and we're going to divide it by the weight in pounds. And that's going to give us a usefulness ratio of 3.5. Once we do that, keep going on here, usefulness is 9, weight is 11.5. So the usefulness to weight ratio is 0.78261. And let's do the third one as well. I can take the usefulness of 5 divided by the weight in pounds. 5/8 gives us 0.625. And what I'd like you to do is I'd like you to take the time to fill the rest of these out on your own. If you'd like to check your answers with me, I can do that. I have everything set and ready to go. Just let me know what you found and I can let you know if you're correct or not. But once you have all of these ratios calculated, then what we want to do is we want to reorder the items based on their ratio. So this has a usefulness of 3.5. That's 3.5 usefulness per pound. Okay, so if I have a usefulness of, that's not 3.5, that's 3.3, repeating. If I have a usefulness of 3.3, or a ratio of 3.3, that means I've got, for each pound, I get 3.3 usefulness out of it. And here I get 0.78 usefulness for each pound. And here I get 0.625 usefulness for each pound. So I want to get the best bang for my buck, or best bang for my pound, right? So for each pound I'm adding, I want to add as much usefulness as possible. So adding the raincoat is a lot better than adding the food or the climbing gear because its ratio is so much higher. So I'm going to reorder everything and put it in a new list. So this is all blank. There's 12 lines here, so you can reorder everything. But I'm going to give you a couple more hints here. You should find that item 6, which is the phone, with a total weight of 1/2 pound and usefulness of 6, right? That usefulness to weight ratio, 6 divided by 1/2, is 12. That ratio is huge. So you have, that should be the first item. The second item that you should find with the best usefulness to weight ratio is the flashlight. And that came in at 1 pound with a usefulness of 4. So 4 divided by 1 is 4. So the phone by far has the best usefulness to weight ratio. The flashlight in second place has significantly smaller, right? Only 4 for a ratio there. And then let's see, I'll give you the third one as well. For the raincoat, we already calculated this one. Raincoat with a weight of 1.5 pounds and a usefulness of 5. It has a usefulness to weight ratio of 3.3. Okay, so I'm reordering them, highest to lowest ratio. The last one should be number 7, which is the hatchet, which has a weight of, let's see, that's 4 pounds, usefulness of 2, so its ratio is 1/2. So I'll let you fill in the remaining of these. I gave you several more already, and then reorder them to fill this in. When you do that, right, you simply go through and add them as you see need, as you see fit, right? Making sure that our total weight does not exceed 30. So we can of course add the phone because we have nothing in the bag yet. So we would start off with having just a 1/2 pound. When we move on to the flashlight, of course we can add that. It only weighs 1 pound, so we're up to 1.5 pounds so far. Awesome. The raincoat adds 1.5 pounds, so we're up to 3 pounds. And continue on, right? Fill the rest of this out on your own. Fill out the remaining on your own. And then, of course, respond to what our concern is. What is the max weight? Sorry, not max weight, but total weight. And what is the total usefulness? And is this better than what we had? And hopefully you'll find that it is. Okay. But that's all that we have for this video. We want to continue to develop how we could improve our efforts in looking at this problem, or how can we formalize, how can we make our best way to determine which items should be included in our backpack. So we've made good ways of coming up with some good ideas or some good guesses as to what the best things to pack are. Okay, the last one is for you to fill out, but we want to discuss a little bit further. How can we find best? How can we find the best set of things to bring? And that's going to bring us into a discussion on sets. So that's what we're going to take a look at in the next video. So I'll see you guys again soon back here in the workshop.